Yo, yo, my sovereigns, what up? This is Boba Fett, uncensored on the internet, with episode 116 of Splinterlands 101. Joining on the show once again, co-hosts, finest gentlemen who have lived, Matt Clark.
Howdy, howdy.
The man behind the Pouffet Poussey, Geo Tricks.
Hello, brethren.
Alrighty, so here we are. Just a few more days to go. 4 days and 13 hours for the final end of season. How's everyone going?
Pretty slow, to be honest.
Yeah.
Pretty slow. I haven't been playing much. We had the meetup last night, so that was good. There was 4 of us there for the meetup, but I haven't been battling a great deal. Yeah, I think just trying to keep my head around all the changes and what's going on, and looking to maybe settle on a few more rebellion cards that are worth grabbing and maxing. And usual deal, just jumping vouchers into Chaos Legion and buying those packs. They were down to 70 cents. They jumped up to, I think, close to 80 yesterday.
Okay.
I checked again. So there's, I don't know if they're starting to move, but different tokens are popping up all over the place. There's definitely that green shoots kind of optimism. It's 4 days till the end of season, but it's also getting real close to that halving now. So I don't know. It just feels like there's that real enthusiasm and interest now back again in the crypto space generally. So, but yeah, I'm planning on, I guess, just seeing how the season goes, starting to stack some Glint. Until it's there in front of me, I'm not going to know how it really looks and feels. But I think stockpiling Glint, and I feel like I've had bad draws on reward cards. So if I can stockpile Glint to get the higher draws, the higher tier draws, then I can maybe fill some of those Izzy R pursuit, those gaps that are at the top end that I just haven't been able to get the cards.
Yeah.
I can attest to that. I need more of those Izzy's. Don't even have a level. I only have a level 2. Yeah. Sad. It's not good.
Yeah, it's actually, let me just share my screen. So here we are with 4.5 days to go. I've got 51 champion chests so far, and so I've got 18 diamond chests that we're going to open soon, and that'll be the last diamond chests I'll ever get because I'm already in champion for the daily focuses. So from here on in, it's just champion chests, and I'm really curious to see what I'm going to get for end of season. Because yeah, champion chests, possibly 60 or more. That's going to be exciting for me. Something else that I have done.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Ta-da!
Nice.
Lily is now
I
maxed.
thought you were about to burn some gladiators. At the meetup last night, Killer Dragon brought his laptop.
Yeah.
He sat there and he said, "Wait, Matt, look at this," and he burnt a gold foil Captain Katie.
Oh,
I said, "Oh no,
no.
you did that," and he said, "Yeah, I've been waiting to do it as well. I just thought I should do it in front of you."
Should have recorded it too. We should have got him back on the show to record it.
What a badass. That is Chad. Yeah, what a Chad.
Yeah, we should have got him. We should have got him on the show to record it, or you could at least record it on your phone, or he could have, and then we could have slotted it in somewhere.
What's the plan with Lily Shield, Paul? What are you gonna what rule sets are you looking forward to using her in? Where's the excitement coming from?
So it's just the fact that all my other ones are maxed, and Lily's only been level 3. And originally I only got it to level 3 because that's all I needed for gold. But now where I am, and she's really good for when you got snipe, sneak, earthquake, noxious gas, and blast as well. Because You've generally got your weaker guys in the back, and it's good that at least one of them's getting healed every turn. So, yeah, but it's been on my list for a while, but
Yeah.
I still need to max Immortalis, Possibilis, and Astral Entity. So at some point that will need to be addressed. But I just thought right now Lily is the most versatile, because they're all actually within, because they're all the ones I mentioned are all level 3s. So there wasn't a lot of price difference, but even though the price difference wasn't much, Lily was still the cheapest, more versatile. So that's why I ended up going for Lily. Yeah.
She's good for not playing games, right? If you just like, I just want them to hit my first card. There's nothing they can do about it. And if you really want a glass cannon right up the back, you have to worry less, I guess, about that reflected damage. Like they can't be targeted. You've got to worry less about that reflected damage because there's a bit of triage there. So if you do, launch some ranged attacks or some magic and you get it reflected back, well, you're going to have that bit more survivability with the triage there as well. So, yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Lily's, I often forget Lily, and then when I use her, I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
And there's that broken combo with Brimbarden, and
With,
Mantoroth.
sorry, who's this?
It's a Rebellion promo card, so there's 2 Rebellion promos that I know of. It's a legendary one and a rare one. And Lily paired with those, it smashed the meta like it's broken it in Champion in Max, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good
It's
to know.
stupid. It's like I actually got beat by it in my brawls like 3-4 times. Yeah. That's how yeah.
So you've gone for the Boba Fett hairstyle, the Boba Fett fashion style. Like, am I trending? Am I?
I was doing the number 1 before, man. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Actually, mine's I got a little bit of length already from the last time I
Yeah,
had number 1.
well,
Grows
it's
pretty
cheap.
quick.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does, but it's cheap to cut. You don't need to pay anyone really.
Yeah. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, we've got the Yeti down the bottom there.
It actually suits her. It's good.
And you're in your, as a Yeti, you're in your natural habitat today, I believe, Matt. You were going to give us a bit of a look around.
I am, yeah. So I've just gone to visit my brother-in-law. It's Good Friday here, so we're just sort of dropped in. I've got a brand new nephew who's only like a week old, so I just had a big cuddle of him, which was great. I'm very, very baby-centric, but if I can just pan around here, it didn't work as a backdrop because it couldn't take my
Your handsomeness was too much for the trees.
Oh yeah, because I'm sitting in the shade to get my face dark and the trees light. It was kind of washed out all the trees, but yeah. So there we've got that's the yard I'm sitting in at the moment. Beautiful big spot here in sort of countryish South Australia. Yeah, nice lot of gum trees.
Yeah, and that's like a typical Australian sort of countryside, like look and plot, that terrain. If we start going any further in towards the middle of the country, the sand will start turning red, and then you'll run into Hollywood film crews filming, the rover on Mars as he's trekking across our red sand.
Oh, that's perfect.
All right, so shall we open some chests? Yeah, just do that. We'll start with my silver account because it's the least exciting of them all. We've got 4 diamond chests here. This is my silver account. That's now actually playing in diamond. Still having this problem loading Splinterlands here in Mexico. I don't know why. It doesn't work with, I have no problems with anything else, but Splinterlands, it's always like 3 or 4 refreshes. I don't know if it's something to do with the code on the pages or I really don't know, but yeah, every time I load a Splinterlands page, I've got to go through that. Well, that's nice, a little bit of SPS.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Get it while it lasts.
That's around 50 there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And And the other thing too with SPS, because we're not going to be getting it in chests anymore, I've also converted one of my grain plots to SPS. So now I've got 3 plots doing grain, 1 plot doing research, and 1 plot doing SPS. And I think because whoa, what happened? Ah, I thought that was my screen glitching out.
No, I might as well. open
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I don't want any more breadsticks though. Anyway,
Well, that was pretty
Hayden's
ordinary,
able
wasn't it, for
calamari.
champion chests?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
but I
is.
forget because I've been in gold for so long with trying to battle my way up through modern. I'm always impressed seeing the champion chests. Like, yeah, okay, you got common rare reward cards, but you got 14 of them. Like, that's
Yeah.
you get the same cards in gold chests, but you get 2, 3. So, yeah, but
But
no, I
there
guess it's not if you've already maxed that card out.
Exactly, yeah.
And
You're getting 14 cards of one you've already maxed.
Yeah.
What do I do with this? So I
And
think
also,
I think the
yeah.
Glint is going to be important, and I'm looking forward to like doing this where we're getting together once a week to record this show. Then we can, rather than just I guess over the last 6 days I've opened whatever, we can just do it all at one time, right? Save up and then just go, bam, let's have a big opening, a bit more fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pardon me, lemon, but there should be some lemons.
I did say I was going to be busy.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Glint limits. Some guys were talking about limits on the number of Glint that people can stockpile. A few guys in Discord were saying it's not good if one person can stack so much Glint that they can then, as soon as something that's limited edition comes out, they can just buy up all of them and then control the price. Which I don't know. I kind of feel like that's part of the gamesmanship of the part of the game, right? Because if you're stockpiling Glint and not spending it on cards to help you win, well, then there should be a reward at the end of that.
Yeah. I guess. But yeah, I can see how it'd be frustrating for everyone else. Like, you're trying to get something and someone's owning the market before you've even got enough to be able to buy it. You're never going to actually be able to buy it because every time you get closer, this market is just going to keep going up and up. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's up to Yabba then to price things or provide enough quantity that maybe only 10% of players can get them, rather than enough that they can't really collude to set the price.
Yeah. Yeah. So was that your bronze account, Gio, that's getting diamond chests?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Sure is. Wow. I don't have the SPS for it.
Yeah. All right, so let's have a look then and see what we get in 18 diamond chests.
Hope you got better luck than me.
Yeah, well, I think you've used up all the bad luck, so hopefully we'll have something here. And this will be my last diamond chests. So
Man,
let's
that's
have a look.
heaps.
No? Another one? A knife? A knife? Okay, that's a little one.
Oh, here we go. We got a legendary.
Lemon got the Switzerland
Killer
apple
Mastermind.
cider.
Yeah.
Oh, she likes it? Yeah, she likes it. Okay, she really likes it. Okay.
Gold foil,
Oh, she likes it.
6 lobs. I do need lobs, I think.
Mum, can you take that? I don't want it.
I don't want it either. Oh, I haven't.
That's not too bad.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
1 legendary, couple of gold foils, and 6 lobs. That I know that I do need lobs. So yeah, that's okay. And yeah, next focus will be champion chests, and I'm really looking forward to this end of season to see what's going to come out of all those champion chests. Yeah. So, what are we going to do for the rest of the show? Anyone like done it? Like, so I maxed my Lily. Anyone else done anything Dropped any bank or any rebellion cards? Anything new?
I'm actually saving up for that Blitz game with mixed game. Blitz TCG.
Yeah.
He's just releasing packs soon, so that's why not try another game? And after the game's more usable and playable, we'll have him on.
Yeah, we definitely want to get him on the show because like he's he's exactly what we're trying to, like what we're doing on the Hive block. He's got the same ideals, the same, like, yeah, it'd be great to get him on the show and just show the versatility, because one of those games wins, we all win in this Web3 space. So yeah.
Well, the cool thing is because it's not only on one ecosystem, it will be across three, and when it is across three, when he's got the contract set up for those other two, that's when we'll get him on, when things are more built up. It's still early days. He spent like 70K out of his own pockets trading cards to fund the game, but now he's like, I don't know how far this can take me, so he's releasing packs now, which he did promise up to that point all that he could. So yeah, it's cool.
Alrighty.
It's always going to be a gamble. I noticed there's a trading card game launching on Koinos as well. I think Kyoki's shared a link. I'll find the link and share it below.
Yeah, please.
And the Koinos guys are, for those who don't know, they're largely the architects behind the original Steam. Andraki, Vanderberg, there's one other guy. So they've some people said we're going to fork Steam and turn it into Hive, and some other guys said, well, you guys do that, we're going to start our own brand new chain called Koinos with a K. And so I can't think what the name of the game's called, but it was interesting when I saw that. I thought it's funny with the ousting of Aggroed and Yabba taking over. A lot of people were concerned that Aggie wasn't scared enough of running out of money, but I think things like this kind of point towards the idea that maybe Yabba's not scared enough of competitors. Like, we kind of want to keep our momentum going as well. So you could say, well, Aggie was throwing everything on the fire to get the locomotion going too fast, and so there's a corner coming up, and we're going to run out of fuel. Whereas, if Yabba's going, let's just be conservative and we'll just slow this train down and we won't burn through all our fuel. But then you get others catching up, right? Now the stagecoach is catching up to us. Now there's a plane flying overhead. It's like, you kind of want to stay in the front and continue to use your momentum without burning through all of your stockpile of goodwill and enthusiasm and money.
It's like when you're playing Civilization and you've just got up to the riflemen and suddenly someone rocks up on your shore with tanks, and it's like, what? How did that happen?
Well, there's also two barriers here as well, because not only is there the game front, you got the actual blockchain front, like the ecosystem front. Like, some people open up games on more popular ecosystems, so naturally they're probably going to get more clicks, more downloads, more whatever, right? And so so we're trying to spread the word, right, on two fronts, not just the game, but also the chain front, and that's very difficult. It's hard. It's hard enough to get people onto the less popular chains, right? It's a real feat.
I always thought too, Aggie and Matt were a good partnership, because Aggie's like up here and Matt's I don't know, but so like the tug and pull, we usually we're in the middle somewhere, which is a good ground. Aggie wins one argument, Matt wins the next one, and we but yeah, I see what you mean. We've gone from like an extreme to the other, conservativeness. I actually always thought they were a good combo.
Yeah, I agree. I was a little bit disappointed to see that proposal to have the validator node software up and running in 12 months by hiring 2 new devs for 350K from the DAO. Kind of disappointed to see that not progressing, because ultimately, I can see why Splinterlands is saying, look, we can do this, but we're going to do it when we can. Or the DAO can hire a couple of guys. I really feel like Binance is going to be more open, and the people who potentially would be buying SPS on Binance would be more open to buying a token that's genuinely decentralized. So I'm more interested in pursuing that. Get the player experience sorted. get a few more bums in seats, get rid of the bots and let it be known that the bots are gone from modern with what's going on with Siler and the like, and good to see him joining the team. Get rid of all that, and then if we can roll out the validator node software, then that's us staying ahead of the curve. It's us making sure that we're still at the cutting edge, and then we can go to the exchanges and say, hey, look, we're genuinely decentralized, and we could say to their customers, hey, buy our token because it's genuinely decentralized. So I think that's a better idea than just trying to bribe a big exchange with money and then hope that we're one of the tokens that moons, because it's easy to hold up in look at this token, it mooned, and they got listed on Binance and they went 5x. But how many other tokens got listed on Binance and went nowhere? Like, it's like a guy at the track going, oh, that horse just came in 20-1. Why don't I have a horse in this? It's like, well,
not all horses are equal.
Yeah, it's just gambling at some point. If you only point out the winners, well, yeah, but there's 19 other horses that didn't come in. So let's not, So I'm a little bit disappointed in that, but that's the downside to decentralization, I guess. It's not up to me, and if I want it to be more up to me, I guess I should buy some more SPS and power it up.
Yeah. As Azicon, he's huge on that. It's like, if you're not happy, buy more SPS. Have a louder voice. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a lot of people who are complaining about the non-listing. I really don't care at the moment. Like, I think I think everything's going to be okay. Just chill a little, stop spreading FUD, and if you enjoy the game, stay. If you don't, leave. I mean, I'm at that point. I don't care anymore. It's just like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to die on that hill.
You're just here for the PNS puns, are you, Gio?
That's it. I'm always here for the PNS. But yeah, like that's right. Yeah, like you got Crypto doing that sort of stuff, and then you even got like Aggro doing the Evenium stuff. Like, it's like they're spreading their tentacles out right now to. So we don't probably need to bank on just solely the success of Splinterlands, although that would be nice. But at least that could probably buy us some time and possibly get more funds in some way or another to keep things rolling until we are built up enough where exchanges might not have a choice but to list us at some point. Maybe we're just going to be too awesome, too big, too well developed. Like, we just need that we just need that road paved and well oiled and well funded to get there. To make that happen. That's what I think. The runway.
I think if you're focused on that, getting to the point where, like you said, exchanges have no choice, like it's to their advantage that they have our coin. We can stop messing around with like, what do we need to do to get on an exchange? It's like, don't worry about it. Just focus on the task at hand. Wait for them to come to us. Because when they come to us, it's going to be a better deal than when we go to them.
Yeah, and what was the best way to spread the word of the game initially? It was just people being like, I'm making money. Fuck yeah. Oh, let's tell my friends, my cousins, my family. Let's tell the whole first world. Let's tell them all. That's how it was built. It wasn't based off of finance or like some exchange. No, man. It's just build the game. You get stuff working, rolling, and then that's it. People tell other people. It's word of mouth. It always has been.
Yeah.
So,
there we go.
Bob, you sound like a red pillar in the manosphere, Bob. You're like, just work on yourself, and then they'll come to you, and it'll be a better deal, and you get more options. And I don't know if I've been listening to too much of that content, but it's like don't bribe them. Just you work on yourself, and they'll be attracted. They'll be drawn to you.
Build it, and they will come. Literally.
Every champion says the same thing. You don't care about what others are doing. You've got to work on yourself, and that's how they become the top of their, sport.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly. Have you done it? You bought anything, Matt, since the last episode?
No, just Chaos Legion packs. I did couple of weeks ago, I bought Colony, and I think it was at the bottom. Somebody mentioned Colony's doing well. I don't know if
Yes,
you can pull that
yeah,
up and have a
and we all
look.
jumped over to have a look at our GLX, and we didn't have enough staked to be getting the
Yeah.
airdrop. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have that. So I'm just more excited about that if I bought at the exact bottom, because that's just something that, you know, it's
you
not about
rarely
the,
do.
it's not about the money. It's about sending a message, right? Yes, I bought
Yeah.
at the bottom finally of something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If Chaos Legion are going like from 78 and they're starting to head up, I need to top my packs up again because I have no packs. I've just got the original 3 dice. But I got no Rift Watcher packs, no Chaos packs, because I opened them all before I
You go
spent
there. I'll
money
be out in a minute.
leveling my stuff.
He's got it.
So yeah, at some point, how do you prioritize that? You know, okay, yes, I need 50 Chaos Legion packs to huddle, but yeah, we're in the queue. Does that come in when I've got 3 summoners, Possibilis, Astral Entity, Immortalis
Eva,
that
could
need to
you
be leveled?
close
It's
the door
like,
behind you.
yeah,
And
I'll
how
be
much
with you in a
depth
moment,
is there
okay?
too? Like, are you going to wake up tomorrow morning and Chaos Legion packs are
Eva, can you
$1.80?
close the door for me?
You know
No.
how much buying demand is there? Once it starts going up, does FOMO kick in and anyone buys anything for under $2? And how many packs are out there that aren't listed at the moment that the seller would take $1.20 for? Like, there's so many unknowns to it.
yeah,
But it happens in this place, man. You wake up one morning and Bitcoin shot up 20 grand overnight. A whole lot of guys have taken the win and they've moved it off into other stuff. And then you go, hang on, Void Dragon. How's Void Dragon is gone through the roof, right? I was going to buy one of those, but now they've gone 5x just because somebody said, no, I'm going to move hard and I'm going to focus on this. I'm going to be the Void Dragon guy. You don't know
yeah,
what's going on. Everyone's playing their own game, and I think it's beautiful. And that's why I'm looking forward to the extra gamesmanship of the Glint, where your every decision that you make affects your account, rather than just, well, I'm playing and then I'll just see what I got. It's I'm playing. Now the next part of the game is, how do I spend my Glint? What do I focus on? Where do I go for? So yeah, it's just about making more choices.
yeah.
Yeah, Glint. I can't wait for that. Like, because I don't know. I don't think I said this last time. I'm not sure. Well, I said it to someone else. I don't remember. But you can burn your cards, the extras that you have, or whatever amount of soulbounds. I think I don't know how it's going to work to get extra Glint. So, what do you guys reckon about that?
Actually, just as a side note, Glint was the dragon end game boss in Guild Wars.
Hey.
Yeah. Actually, someone commented on our YouTube video. Actually, we got a few comments. Generally, we get more comments on YouTube than we do on Peaked, which is crazy in my opinion. You know, blog, vlog, comment, earn.
I believe it.
Yeah. Comment on Hive, get some upvotes, you know, but no, everyone's on YouTube. I guess, you know, that gaming market, they've been in the YouTube space for so long, it's hard for them to move out. One of them was like, definitely you need to burn that gold foil, Gorth, and Trap. But someone else was talking about, because when we were talking about Glint, after the change, if you do burn Gladiator cards, you don't get Glint, you get merits. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
and I heard someone also say that merits could have been Glint as well. You know, instead of creating like another offshoot, an offshoot of like merits, like a soulbound token, we could have just used merits anyway. Like I think
the whole idea of merits from the beginning though was to encourage people to brawl, because it's the only way that you can get merits is by participating in brawls. So I think that was part of the reason for that.
But now we get merits in like chests and stuff, you know.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. 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 Do we need another token? SPS, DEC, vouchers.
It is soulbound though, so it doesn't matter. Like it actually doesn't really matter at all. So yeah. But, you know, it's just another token.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't want too much complexity though, because if it becomes overwhelming for somebody new, then that becomes less appealing.
Yeah.
Just thinking, Bob, of while you're talking about comments, I'm going to do a special Easter special. So the first 10 people to comment at the bottom of this Hive post to say Happy Easter, I'll be doing a 25,000 SPS delegation for, I guess, a season and a half, the rest of this season, and then the first of the next season. So drop it in the links there if you're watching at this point. Say Happy Easter in the comments. Not on YouTube, just on Hive. If you're seeing this on YouTube, get yourself a Hive account. Yeah, 25,000 SPS delegation for at least a season. I'm probably everything a month.
With the possibility of forgetting, so it could be longer.
I do tend to forget.
Yeah. And also the 3Speak. I dropped that link into our Discord. Now you can sign someone up with Hive instantly with a QR code. Boom. Brand new. Get someone on a Hive instantly. It's in the general channel in our server. I dropped it in there. So thanks 3Speak. About time someone came up with that. So yeah,
Wow.
great way to onboard. Just QR code from your phone, done. Brand new Hive account.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
No more
Awesome.
on the desktop. No, you don't have to go through. Nope. Just cool.
Yeah, a good move. Absolutely good move.
Yes.
So I was going to share something. Oh yeah, that's right. Remember when you were talking about Void Dragon. One thing I'm glad, and this is mostly pressure from Geo at the time. I did focus on my dragons. So all of my Chaos Legion dragons are maxed. The exception is the Goldfoil Quicks, but he's on land. But the one that I'm playing with, yeah, all of my Chaos Legion dragons are maxed. So it's a step in the right direction. Oh no, this dude.
Zyvax. Ooh.
Yes. Oh, he's only level 1. How did that happen? Okay, he must have slipped through the crack. Ah, I know what it was. It was when I retired my bronze accounts. He was on a bronze account. So when I retired my bronze accounts, I'd sent all my cards across. So he's only 59 cents a BCX, so I can give him get him leveled up soon. Then that will be all of my Chaos Legion dragons. But is he actually is he Rift Watchers or
He is.
no? He's not. He's
Chaos
core.
Legion.
Yeah.
He's been around a while, Zyvax. I feel like he's not new.
No, but he's been on my bronze accounts. That's why I forgot all about him. And when I retired my bronze accounts, I sent all my cards across. And
Stop going in and out, please.
forgot that he had been sent across, which is why he didn't get leveled with the rest of my dragons.
Hey, Joyce, can you push the door shut?
And when I was leveling my dragons, he would have been on the bronze account. Yeah. So what's next for you, Gio or Matt?
It's a little loud here, but yeah, what's next for me?
Loud because you're loud.
I'm probably just gonna do what I'm doing and see how the changes, see what takes place and how that's going to look on my end when these changes do take place. And yeah, I will navigate and choose what to do. I don't know. Just there's so much unknowns at the moment.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
How many champ chests have you got so far for end of season?
I've got 60.
So you could get 70 plus.
He's so confused.
What was your max before the SPS staking came in and we all dropped down to gold? You were playing in champion then. What was the maximum number of champion chests you ever got back then?
I used to get between 40 and 50.
So you've already broken that then?
Yeah, but that's only because Matt sent us vouchers.
For the energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
I still actually have 5 left, so I'll chuck down one of my next reload. And before we start battling, I remembered during the break that what I was going to say before and I forgot. When you were talking about Sylar joining the team, I think we should get him back on again. The first time we got him on the show was like no one knew who he was, no one knew what Xbot was. It was like Geo stumbled across him and just chatting in a server or something. Actually, how did you meet him originally?
On Reddit.
Reddit, yeah.
So what happened was someone random outside of the Discord, or so I think at the time, I'm not sure if he was on the Discord. He posted a Reddit post like, "Hey, I'm opening a bot up for this game Splinterlands," and I just happened to see it. That's right, he posted on the Splinterlands Reddit page, and he's like, "Here's a link to the Discord server." So click it, get typing, blah blah blah. You know, where can I buy this? Blah blah blah. Yeah, and he was selling them for like 10 Hive at the time, 10 Hive per token. I was like, oh yeah, I'll buy a few, and yeah, that's how it happens. And he just, it's just like the product that he released initially. It's just like it was really well thought out, and it was like it worked. So yeah, and from that point on, I think most of us knew that like yeah, he was onto something, or like this guy knows what he's doing. He's a legit talent in this field. So yeah.
Yeah. And then
That's
the
how I met him.
second time we got him on the show was when all the modern wild sort of things were coming in, and we got his views on which way was he going to go? Was he going to comply, or and you know, obviously he did. And now this is like a third milestone for him. Yeah, I'll reach out to him and see if we can get him back on again. Yeah. And on that,
Cool.
is it time to battle, or does someone else have something they want to share, or?
I think with the three of us, we could find many things to talk about, but maybe we should just battle. I think we should just keep going on.
If you've got something to share, man.
Oh
like,
no, I've got
chuck it
nothing.
out.
But what I mean is, we're good with making shit up. So, you know, so.
Matt,
Or I
anything?
can say a whole lot without actually saying anything. That's my
Yes.
specialty.
Yes, your superpower.
Yeah.
And the Yeti.
The Yeti.
The Yeti's away from his laptop, so I won't be able to join you in battling, I'm afraid, gents. I can watch yours and make predictions about how it's likely to go, but
All right.
can't join in today.
Yes.
But yeah, I guess I'm just, you know, before we do that, maybe is there any worldwide stuff that we wanted to talk about? That boat hitting the bridge. We got Kate Middleton's ring disappearing.
P. Diddy.
Sorry?
We have P. Diddy. And we got Diddy.
There's a lot going on. Did anybody have anything they wanted to add to that conversation, or are we gonna?
You guys talk about it. This is I haven't even been getting any news.
Okay. Well, I'll run through real quick. A container ship lost power just as it was about to go under a bridge and took out the bridge in Baltimore. So I think there's like half a dozen people dead. It was like 1:30 in the morning. So a major like arterial bridge, and that went down. But happily, not many people killed. There could have been a lot more if it was the middle of the day. Some say cyber attack. Some say it was just an old leaky tub that just lost power. So that's been interesting. Immediately, the investigation's been opened and closed, and Biden said the feds are going to pay to repair the bridge, to rebuild the bridge, which seems like something the insurance company covering the ship should have handled if everything was above board. Maybe people don't want things investigated. Who knows? Kate Middleton's video about her cancer scare, there's a few people saying that her ring definitely vanished at some point in the video, saying it's AI. Hard to know. That's a whole conversation. P. Diddy has had his 2 houses raided, and there was talk that he'd taken off to somewhere, flown off to an island, an expedition island. Others are saying that he didn't get off the plane, but some of his family members did, so that he's still in the US. There's been a lot of talk about P. Diddy for a long time, so it could be he's overplayed his hand and pissed off the wrong people. I don't know what's really going to come of that. And then locally at home, we've had a couple of things that I think were probably worth passing mention of. And again, none of this is Splinterlands related, but just what's sort of floating around at the moment. The two big things are the digital ID bill passed through the upper house without debate. which a lot of people are really ticked off about. Katie Gallagher, the tart that pushed it through, she's been hearing about it on Twitter. So good to see the ratio there. Nobody wants the CBDC rubbish. There's a lot of talk of boycotting the first business that requires any sort of digital ID, that they're going to be boycotted basically into the ground. The shares will be that will make Bud Light look like just a random Tuesday afternoon. So that's been interesting and fun. And also there was the takedown notice from the e-safety commissioner, billboard Chris, a Canadian fellow who walks around wearing a billboard saying children can't consent to puberty blockers. He shared something about one of them trans people that were saying basically this is not somebody who should be in charge of mental health policy. One person complained. The e-safety commissioner, Julie Inman Grant, who used to work for Twitter, she sent Twitter a takedown notice. In Australia, people shouldn't be able to see this. So you go and have a look on Billboard Chris's Twitter feed. You can't see the post from Australia. You turn your VPN on, and there it is. And so a lot of people are up in arms. Some Aussie fella made a video about it, comparing the two, tearing strips off her, saying, I'm an adult, I should be able to see what I see on the internet. His video was shared by Elon Musk. And what was meant to be this quiet, let's just shut this up, has now been shared and seen millions of times. So it's absolutely exploded. Dry sand effect, slow learners. These people think they're in charge. They're not. So that's like quick rundown. I don't know if anybody had anything they wanted to expand on with any of those before we started, but that's just sort of what's been happening.
So I've personally been very surface level on all that. But we are. It is the unveiling, isn't it? It just seems like the era of everything being exposed, light being shone on, dark events and whatever else. People who were in the shadows are now being uplifted from those, being pulled out directly or called out. That's how I think. Bob?
Yeah, I've seen some memes in Hive Australia that now make sense. So like Joe Biden steering the ship going for a bridge. So now I know what that is. Old Kate. So are we like everyone's pretty sure she's dead? Yeah, like there's
apparently
until she's seen in public. I think that's the conclusion we kind of need to draw.
Yeah.
The outfit, the jumper that she was wearing, the hairstyle, and the garden scene are all very reminiscent of a public video on YouTube from 2017, which would be the training data for the AI. She's sitting on a bench by herself, and it's well known that AI does much better with single individuals. So if she's talking about family and support and her husband, you would think that there would be a few of those people around to sort of further back that credible claim. I think it's good AI, and I don't think we'll be seeing her again. I would love to see her again. I hope she's okay, but I don't like our chances.
Here's another thing. Have you noticed just right before our eyes, right after Queen Elizabeth, passed,
cucked it.
that things have gone haywire and changed immensely within it's like no one wants to be seen anymore. Everyone's getting apparently sick and weird shit is taking place. Like there's a collapse of, or like a change of guard, or like a changing of perception on the family. It's changed completely. Like no one's upholding what the previous queen, right, did uphold. Like no one gives a shit about it anymore. So, well, what do you guys reckon? What do you think's happening? Do you think
no one should give a shit about the parasites anyway? I mean, that's all
Absolutely.
they are. They're just parasites.
Yeah, 100%. But have you noticed the sort of crumbling of that in real time?
I think it's really funny. I've said for a while that the Queen is really the only reason that we didn't become a republic when we had the referendum in 1999, because it was just affection for the Queen, right? And so she's shuffled off now, and we've got a Labor government. Why has it not been back on the agenda? Why have they not? I mean, was it losing the voice referendum? Was it? I don't know whether they don't think there's political will, or somebody knows that the royal family's collapsing anyway, and that's just, there's no urgency around it because fear of soon anyway. I'm not quite sure why that's. But for years I've thought as soon as the Queen dies,
Yeah.
there's going to be a big push for Australia to
Yeah.
become a republic, and I've seen none of that. There's been
Yeah.
no evidence of that whatsoever. So I just find that really interesting because there's not a lot of love for King Charles, formerly
No.
Prince Charles. People, I know Australians like Diana a whole lot more than they ever liked him, or what's her horse face, Jacinda Ardern. No, the other one, Camilla Parker Bowles. So I that for me is weird. I was expecting that, and I haven't seen it. And when you're expecting something, you don't see it. You say, "What have I got wrong here? What assumptions?"
You know what, Matt? You're right. After Diana, the royal family really did die. She was literally the one propping up all of them, in my opinion. But they have, they axed her off so yeah.
Well, she was Cinderella, right? She was the beautiful blonde girl snatched from obscurity, and she wasn't obscure. Like the Spencer family's got chops, right? She didn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But for most people, she was a commoner, right? Most people, most Aussies anyway,
Portrayed, yeah.
Elevated to, when we've got Mary Donaldson for, the sweet girl from, I think she was Tasmania, and now she's Queen in Denmark.
Oh wow!
Norway.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, Mary Donaldson. She married the Prince of. I'm
pretty sure it's
Norway.
Denmark. Yeah.
Denmark.
I didn't even know this. What the?
Yeah, Mary Donaldson, gorgeous brunette. He was just traveling around and met her, and they fell in love and got married, and now she was the princess. I think she's the queen now.
Oh, wow.
And so we've got our own sort of version of that story, the local version. But Diana really captured hearts and minds, and I think when she died, there was definitely. But then the Queen was still there was that affection there, and now that that's gone, it's like, man. I mean, nobody likes Meghan. Kate is. If they've lost Kate, she was literally the only reason most people in Australia had any time for the royal family.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's the deal with P. Diddy? Like you said, has he gone too far, or like? I mean, I don't even know what he's about.
Sex ring, a drug sex ring, trafficking, parties,
he was
underage
part of it,
girls.
or he was exposing it.
He was a part of it. Yeah, he's probably
So part of the whole Epstein thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounding like he was something of a gatekeeper. He could. It was a kingmaker, right? So you get to a point in your career where you go and sit down with P. Diddy, and the right favors get done, then you can move up to the next tier. And there's been a few people come out and said, "Oh, look, I was doing really well, and then the right people sat me down and said the right things, and I decided not to move to the next level because of what that was going to require." And people are kind of cagey about that. Who knows? You can make your own guesses, but it seems like maybe P. Diddy's got some blackmail stuff that people were looking for, that he was maybe overplaying a hand. He's got a lot of material maybe, and he said, well, I'll do this or I'll use this. And somebody went, well, I'm going to have to call in some favors and get your houses raided so I can maybe see if I can get that material off. I don't know. It's all just speculation. But either way, the SWAT guys came down pretty hard on his house, and he hasn't been seen for a week or so.
Right.
Well, no one's untouchable, right? If it can happen.
And one thing I was aware of was the digital ID side of that, and how MyGov are bringing it in. I'm thinking, how typical to first of all go for the most vulnerable, the people that really don't have a choice, the people that can't afford to say no. If they say no, they stop getting their pension, or whatever they're getting that they're living on. Suddenly they get nothing. They have no choice. And I'm thinking, along those lines, the next has to be the banks. Because what happens if you can't have a bank account anymore? So after Centrelink or MyGov, I think the next ones and you're saying, oh, let's boycott the first business that requires it. What happens when it's all the big four all at once? Everyone, you can switch to a building society or a credit union, but once the four are established, it's just trickled like they've been doing with crypto. I mean, luckily everything's still okay with the NAB, but we've been seeing posts in Discord how deposit, like someone, was it Jagged? Like he tried to put some money into crypto, and bank said to him, oh, you've exceeded the monthly limit of how much you can deposit into crypto exchanges a month. And Gio, you with the CBA, you've got to wait 24 hours.
Well, I remember when I went into the branch and she pretty much just told me, you can't do anything. You can't opt out. And all the banks are going to follow. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, well, shit. It's like, do you still want to put it in a complaint? I'm like, no, I don't. Like,
Yeah. And, you know, at that level,
Yeah.
the person you're dealing with, you might as well be talking to a plant pot.
yeah.
You know, you probably get more of a response from if you hooked an ECG up to a plant plot, you probably get a better response than the robots that they put in those positions to deal with the public.
It's just
it seems
demeaning.
it seems to be with that Australia is moving ahead faster than maybe other countries.
100%.
And a few people have said that Australia seems to be getting shaped up to be the way that this rolls out at first as like a test. But either way, we're talking about 10, 20 years before this is really, you know, problematic, to the point where there's enough momentum that they're building. And I think the best hackers in the world are on our side. And if they all focus on Australia and destroying our MyGov, digital ID, just kicking the door down and just destroying the place, burning the place down and pissing on the ashes, well, they can do that. And between us on the ground just refusing to fly until there's a gun to your head, and hackers all around the world doing the righty and just saying, no, we're going to stop it where it starts. We're going to really hack into this. Vulnerabilities in the public sector, like forget about it, right? It's a boogeyman. This thing can't happen. Nobody wants it.
But did enough people wake
China and
up
all
during
that.
the pandemic? You know, like I knew this was coming along. I mean, you know, probably 10 or so years before then, we were talking, I was saying, this is what's going to happen. It's going to be a pandemic. There's going to be emergency, like army places to go to get vaccinated, but don't get the vaccine because that's actually what's going to make you sick. So I didn't expect it to happen so quick. I didn't expect the borders to everything happened so quickly. I was not expecting that. But what really, really like blew my mind was the complacency of the from day one, everywhere masks, and the looks you got from people when not wearing a mask, and like
but
the
okay, I hear you.
complacency.
But the whole point about the frog in the boiling water is that you don't turn the heat up too fast. And I think that the heat's been applied too much too fast. So there are people who I know personally who the very first time in their entire life, they've been 70 years old, the first time in their entire life they've defied the government is they didn't go in and get their 5th booster. They got 1, 2, 3, 4. Eventually they just said, you know what? I know you've told me to do this, but I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm gonna sacrifice my cherished green tick. Right?
Yeah.
It's the first time they've defied the government in their entire life.
Yeah.
And I really feel like the government's overplayed their hand in this, where they've said, no, you need to do this, you need to do this. And they've seen people who've ignored them and defied them be rewarded. There hasn't been any punishment, right? When they say you can't go into a pub without your green tick, I walked into a pub last night. When Dan Andrews says, oh, you won't be able to have a life in Melbourne. You don't have a life in Melbourne. I can walk any street in Melbourne. I walk down the street middle of the night. I don't care.
Yeah.
He can't.
No,
Right?
he get his head bashed in.
Yeah. So these people who were told by the government, get this or your life will be ruined. Show us your green tick or your life will be ruined. They saw the people who didn't get the green tick, who never even got any of the jabs, and their life wasn't ruined.
Yeah.
Here I am walking around. No myocarditis, no green tick, no penalties, no problems, right? And so that's trained those people. Oh, well, actually, yeah, you can defy the government. I'm not going to get the 5th booster, right? Nothing bad's going to happen. I'm going to be brave now. And I've spoken to people who want them to bring back the mask mandate so that they can not wear a mask in defiance of the government. They've developed an appetite for it.
Yeah.
So I really feel like it's too much too fast. There's desperation coming from wherever it's coming from. There's definitely desperation. The pandemic, the silliness felt like I've said this before, it felt like a 20-year plan crammed into 3. The rapidity with which they're moving on trying to shut down debate, control debate on social media, all of the digital ID stuff. It's too much, too fast. The pandemic accord stuff with the World Health Organization, it's like multiple fronts pushing way too hard and just crank the heat on the frog. And a lot of people are jumping out now and they're just looking at this empty pot that used to have frogs in it. Now, yeah, I guess we turned up the heat too much.
Yeah, certainly hope so.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's what I'm saying. I wish it backfires on everyone, on all of those people who push that, who condemned others for not following what they were doing. I hope it just comes down on them harder than anything they've ever known. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I was about to say before, even in China, but we don't hear about it. But there's a lot of pushback all the time. All the time that you got people who are just fed up with their social credit system, and they do a lot of, a lot of stuff to fight against that, even if it seems not insignificant. But yeah, like there's people who aren't happy under those regimes in all, So
One thing I
yeah.
notice a lot with my students from China, there is a huge difference between the ones who use a VPN and the ones who don't have a VPN. There is a huge difference. So yeah, and when that many people like suddenly wake up, yeah. So yeah, we could be
Well,
in
the thing is,
interesting times.
when you make somebody's life not worth living, if you get somebody who values freedom and you take away all their freedom, you don't have anything to hold over them anymore.
Yeah, they have
Right?
nothing to lose.
What are you going to kill me? I may as well be dead here. I was just about to kill myself. So
Yeah.
when they get into that headspace and go, I got nothing to lose here, I'll just go and whatever. I'll go and tear this thing down or rip down some surveillance cameras or go shoot a cop, whatever
Yeah.
way of and enough of those people start doing it. I read a thing the other day that somebody I follow on Twitter, and they mentioned the burning down of public schools, and they said the way it started with churches in Canada, old school churches, where there was some made up rubbish about mass graves under churches, and a handful of people burnt down a couple of dozen churches in Canada. And she was saying all it would take is a couple, just like the social contagion of school shooters, a couple of kids who hate their school and always hated their school, and they get bullied mercilessly. A couple of them just go and burn down the school. It wouldn't take long before it just became a national pastime. And what do you do then, right? How do you combat that? They're everywhere. They're these big places. You just need a bit of it doesn't take much, and then it becomes that social contagion. And instead of school shootings, it'll be school arson. And it just feels like you don't need many people who hate what you're doing to ruin what you're doing, particularly when what you're trying to do is build a cage around people who don't want to be caged. So again, it's good to know what these things are so that we know how to defy them. But I think we don't want to spend our lives living in fear that this is going to happen, because we've got to remember, if we don't want it to happen, it won't happen. Here in SA, I don't know about you guys, but originally before the vaccine, we had the COVID Safe app, and they said, everybody download it, scan the QR code when you go into a business. And like 7% of people downloaded it, and very few actually used it, and they just scrapped it. They spent 100 million or something ridiculous on this app. This is before the green tick vaccine. And nobody used it, so it just went away. They keep offering these things, and
non-compliance, right? That's what Bob said. Non-compliance is the.
You don't need to be violent. You just need to not do what you're told.
Yeah. I remember at the beginning of the lockdowns when all the QR code stuff came out, even on the front doors to the shopping centre, as well as, and then you go to Coles and there's someone standing next to the QR code, and you just walk straight past them and they don't say anything to you. It's not like, hey, excuse me, you need to do this. And when you actually see someone walk up with their phone and scan the QR code, it's like, what? It was such a rare thing to see. And when you're saying like burning down the schools, it reminded me of something. I just went looking for it. I found it. I wonder in Australia, how violent the police were against peaceful protesters in Victoria. I've got to wonder, how far away from this were we?
Oh.
How far away from this were we? Because it wouldn't be hard. It would not be hard. And when it
And
reached the point where 100,000 protesters in Melbourne, like, um,
yeah,
Maybe it's for the
I,
next time that they attempt something silly.
yeah,
yeah, I think it's testament to the restraint of the average Aussie that we didn't have, a lot of real violence. And I've been worried about civil war for a while now, and I'm really glad we didn't end up there. It's like as if there's this mindset where you can't warn of civil war without being seen to be threatening civil war. It's like, no, I'm not threatening civil war. I'm just saying this is the end of the path that we're on. Let's
yeah,
please stop on this path. Oh, you want war? I don't want. I'm saying I don't want war. Let's stop, please. Jam the brakes. Oh, you're threatening war. It's like, man, seriously, I'm not threatening anything. You're not hurting me. It's the people you hurt. But I don't know, man. It's a big topic. Did you want to just maybe do some battling?
yeah. Why not?
Yeah, let's do
All right.
it.
So I'll send you one, Geo.
Yeah, sure. I like or Discord, right? None is off the table.
We've got. I have to just say we have a great community in Hive Australia. If you're watching this and you are Australian and you're not part of Hive Australia, like just the information that was coming out to us during the lockdown, like the whole COVID stuff, the apple juice, the mandatory apple juice. Everywhere you go, you're getting one side of the story. Um, yeah, we have a great awake community. If you're not part of it, you should. And there is a link. Each episode, if you scroll down, you will see a link to the Hive Australia Discord. Get involved.
All right, so we got 42 mana, melee mayhem, weak magic, and scattershot. Aimless. Interesting.
That is relatively high mana match, isn't it?
42, it's decent, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got a bit of a.
Actually, it's not that much. I've run out already.
Find it funny when it's a 60 or 70 mana match, real high level mana match. And there's only 4 slots available because of the rule set. It's like, okay, yeah, sure. We'll just bring in 15 mana cards.
All right, for what it's worth, my team is in.
Yeah, my docking station. Not good.
All right.
Yay.
All right, what do we
Uh,
reckon?
Yeah, me hitting hard with Bacteria and Kulu there.
It's really going to
Alright.
depend on what the Queen Bee does. If she retaliates and poisons, then yeah, great. It's going to come down to luck, really.
Queen Bee doesn't have poison.
Oh, didn't she?
That's at
Retaliate.
level 8.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in trouble then.
Yeah, I'm in level 6. So
We shall see. Just
I
let's
think
play.
I think Gio's got this.
yeah,
Flora
I might
win.
have
Flora
to
win.
check the stats on my bee next to Queen there and see how much it's going to cost to max that one. I've got a list.
Yeah.
I've got a notepad. There's like 12 high priority cards on there already. Yeah, double shot here. Opportunity. Yeah, I think I'm opportunity. Yeah, I got no chance. No chance.
I don't know. We shall see.
You should have swapped around your last 2 cards, Bob. You would have done a bit of Thorns damage to his Gladiator before he started getting blood loss. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, back to you is just too strong.
Yeah, can't get past it. Can't get past
Yeah.
it. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Bit of trample.
Yeah. So,
Wow, that was embarrassing.
you
That
bring
was
magic to a no
embarrassing.
melee. Yeah, accept.
Yeah, it's definitely worth getting poison on your B there, Bob.
Oh yeah, we'll check
some-
that in a sec, see how much that is.
especially Melee Mayhem, they'll get some random little support card that does 1 melee damage. They'll hit her, she'll retaliate and poison. So she might not even get through armor or whatever, but that poison just sits there, just killing them for the rest of the match.
Yeah.
So we've got 55 common and armored up. No, all commons, huh? Yeah, okay. Done it. It's a little.
All right, so this is very, very experimental. I just thought the fact, because we've got unprotected, this might be, I haven't tried this before, but this could be a good opportunity for a bit of scatter, because no one's going to have shields.
Isn't that armored up?
Yeah, we got
Oh,
two types of
no,
shields.
no. Yes, I saw the icon, completely read it wrong.
Yeah.
I was
What
going to
is
say Immortalis is such a nice choice in armored up because he does
shatter?
shatter, and they're likely to use magic to get under the armor, and he gives everyone void. So as soon as I see armored up, I'm like, yeah, Immortalis.
Yeah, me too. But I
Yeah.
I was thinking unarmored, unprotected. Totally my bad. Totally my bad.
Oh,
Well, you might do
yeah.
some damage. But you're
Nah,
going,
no
you're going,
way. He's got a level 2 Yasif, man. That's like silver level.
I didn't even consider that actually.
Yeah, that's not even fair at this point.
In fact, what is he even doing in this account? I think he's in this account by accident. He should be in my other account. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to watch this. All right.
Yeah,
So we got
that's
5 minutes
something.
left. I'll send you quickly another one.
Yeah, one more.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
hopefully I'll
Yeah,
get this one
I don't
right.
even count that. I don't count that as anything.
All
Okay.
right.
Born Again, 5 Alive, and Silent Summoners. Yeesh. Yeah.
yeah, Born Again is just made for scavengers and bloodlust and double strike.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
An interesting ability, some sort of like 7 feet under, maybe. So if this card kills a card, they can't be resurrected. It's not, you're not coming back. Like
Yeah.
you're dead. They'd be very popular in this born again rule set.
All right, I've chosen. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's as good as it's gonna get for me.
All right, can I get a win? Can I get a win?
Everyone started with a martyr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Agor here gets 2 martyrs on him, he's going to be hard to hit for starters. And having a
Yep.
taunt card that's hard to hit, that's a smart move.
Yeah, I think you're in trouble there, Bob.
Yeah, I think I
Although
am.
Silent Summoner, Cispa won't let him dodge. Can't
It's
dodge the magic attacks. I still think Geo will win it, but he won't be able to dodge the magic attacks.
Yeah.
Unless Agor has phase. I can't tell on this screen. It has everything.
No, he doesn't have phase.
Oh, look at that though, your bloodlust. That could possibly do something good.
And Agor is poisoned, but I don't know.
If he dies from poison, though, he's just going to come back unpoisoned.
That's true, but he's only going to have 1 health.
Yeah. Oh, that hurt.
Who's given him shields? Ah, yeah, Medali. Damn.
Finally, you get a poison on yours. Well, you know how many
No, can't get Medali's just too good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
Good game, though. That was closer
Yeah.
than I thought.
Better than the first 2 at least. And on that, we are out of time. Thanks for joining us on 116. See you next week on 117, where we'll have a few packs to open, Matt, if you have your laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last potions ever from our end of season. 60-ish chests from me. Champion chests. Looking forward to that. We'll have some of that to share on the next episode. Boba Fett. Peace out.